Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Loudest Podcast in all music. Welcome to the MoshCast, where tonight we are back with another interview episode, which has been a while since we had an interview, so it feels good to be back here. So yeah, today we have a band on here, and then yeah, let's go ahead and do people's intros. I am Jason. I'm gonna be bringing in Josh first.
Hey guys, what's up? Josh here from the MoshCast. We have a really awesome interview today, so let's not waste any time and let's get this started.
It's been a while. And next up we have our favorite metalhead here, Kyle.
Yeah, right. Your favorite metalhead? I doubt that. I thought Julian was your favorite metalhead.
He is too.
Anyways, hey guys, Kyle Riker, aka Shy Shadow 23 here, back at you once more on the MoshCast. Good to be back here. Hopefully I'll be doing this more often. Anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's get this sucker started.
And it's time to bring in our special guests. They are a post-hardcore band. Their music is lit, and definitely check them out.
Thanks.
Give it up for Judgement.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, guys.
What's going on?
So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Stoked to be on this.
I'm Evangelo. Call me Ev. I'm the front man of Judgement. I scream and sing, and I play guitar on the record and stuff like that.
My name's Riley. I usually go by Rye to most of my friends, and I play drums and I sing in the band.
And I'm Cameron. I usually go by Cam, and I'm bassist in the band.
He is bassist.
I am bassist.
All right, cool.
This is bass.
Guys. All right, so time to get down to the questions. Josh, how about you ask the first one?
All right. What are the influences for each of you guys?
Musical influences as a band or as like individuals?
It could be a band. Either one is fine.
Okay. Well,
You do a bit of both.
I mean, I started, I've always obviously loved music and stuff like that. I started by listening to a lot of 3 Days Grace, earlier 3 Days Grace. That was like a huge influence on me. It was like one of my favorite bands growing up. As I got older, I started getting into more heavier stuff in high school. Of Mice and Men, Asking Alexandria, stuff like that. And then as I got a little bit older, I started getting into, I guess, more like mature style metal or harder music. So that transitioned to Alexis on Fire, Under Oath, Silverstein. And those last three are all very, very big influences on our music. So,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
that's pretty much it for me.
Pretty much same stuff for me. Some of my major musical influences growing up would be bands like Nirvana. I was huge into them. Godsmack. They're like
Awesome.
yeah, man, they're sick. They're like a really great metal band that I like. Other than them, Alexis on Fire was huge for me, still is, and our band, like all of the members, including James, like who isn't here at the moment. Huge influence on our music. What are more bands that we dig? Let Live is huge.
Yeah, Let Live.
Love that band. They were a larger band, but they've broken up now. They're from Los Angeles. They were another post-hardcore band that I loved.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Bring Me the Horizon's huge.
Old,
Yes.
new,
Yeah.
everything.
And then
Sweet,
like
guys.
the controversial one, Nickelback.
Oh,
Oh,
I have to be honest. Those guys are like my guilty pleasure.
Yo,
Hell
like
yeah, man.
their early shit is where it's at, man.
Agreed. They got some great stuff.
We don't go a day without talking about Nickelback, to be honest.
I grew up with those guys in the 2000s when I was just a little guy. I grew up with them.
Yeah.
Also, Rise Against, we love Rise Against a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say for myself,
They're
I
hard.
was gonna say Rise Against. In high school, I was big pop punk. I didn't even actually listen to too much heavy music. It was more so like starting to hang around these guys a little bit more, and then other producers and stuff that we started working with kind of introduced like us to Under Oath and whatnot, and then that grew on me like heavier over the years, and then now it's like I won't listen to anything without screaming in it. It's turned into a lot of like hardcore, just like
Yeah.
counterparts, bands like that, you know.
We're an amalgamation of all of our
Yeah.
influences, basically, as a band.
I also have to
Pop and
say,
emo.
Killswitch Engage was huge in my life as well.
Oh.
Cool.
Killswitch was huge for me. I could never
Sick.
really get these guys like really going on them. Yeah,
They've got some shit though.
they're great. Can we swear on here? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
you're fine.
Just making sure.
Uncensored.
Yeah.
Uncensored.
Okay. So yeah, Killswitch was also like really big for me. Children of Bodom and All That Remains too.
Nice.
Were like huge. Those were like my favorite bands back when I was like in between like grade 7 and like grade 9. I was like those
Yeah.
on repeat. So
Nice guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, number 2.
Yo, I was just gonna say, speaking of Bring Me the Horizon, real quick. Anybody that's listening and you guys, we got Ev put out a cover on our YouTube channel. It's just under Judgement, or you can find it like through our Instagram and stuff. Yeah, just check that out later. Anybody listening, Bring Me the Horizon. It's a cover of Drown.
yeah, I did like a little acoustic variation of it, and then I also like did a little bit of production work. I put some piano, some violin, some bass, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely go check that out if you guys got some time.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. Anyways, number 2. How are you guys staying occupied during quarantine? Because we're still living in a pandemic.
Mhm.
Very true.
I mean, I sure, yeah. I mean, I feel like it changed a lot for us at the start. We weren't able to jam, really do anything, and we were all kind of motivated for a little bit. After a few months, we started to everything started to open up. We were able to start getting a podcast going as well, which we have our own that we do usually weekly, bi-weekly as we can. It's called You the Artist Podcast.
Check it out on Spotify.
Yeah, so we do that. And we interview other artists and stuff as well. So it's always cool to hop on things like this with other people that are kind of doing the same thing. And that got us back in the swing of things. Like, we've been writing and stuff again. We got a new track coming out at the end of the month. And then we have new written material and stuff that we'll be recording as well. So as much as it was terrible at the start of the pandemic, I feel like we're kind of getting back into the swing of moving into more of a digital type thing with videos in our own production, and then waiting for shows to come back,
We're trying our best, and
Yeah.
we're working on some live stream stuff too at the moment.
Yeah. For me, I mean, yeah, at the beginning of things, things were pretty slow. Just kind of trying to figure out where to go as a band. Just trying to figure out everything pretty much. So yeah, I made that cover in quarantine, the Bring Me Horizon Drown cover. And I recently just have been starting to write again. A lot of my motivation was taken away at the beginning of this pandemic. We lost a friend as well to I shouldn't even say what to, but we lost a friend at the early stages of COVID, so that also played a big part.
Sorry to hear that, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. We're pretty good now. It's been a couple months, but yeah, so it was just kind of a gloomy mood at the beginning, but yeah, the podcast really helped. You the Artist podcast really did help us
Nice.
come out of that shell, and yeah, we've been jamming once, twice a week again, and writing like crazy. We actually made a video of one of our songs, November. We made an acoustic video that we're going to be releasing tomorrow, actually, on YouTube, and also on Bandcamp as well, and I think probably Instagram too. So check that out. It's all about domestic violence. November is the month for domestic violence, so we just thought it was right to make that and release it this month. So yeah, definitely check that out too.
All right. Question 3, Kyle, you ask.
Favorite current bands?
Current bands?
Favorite current bands? Corn.
Oh, Josh is one of the biggest Corn fans you'll probably ever meet.
Yes.
Yo, Corn is sick. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've always been like a fan of them, but I guess I've just been listening to them a lot more lately. System of a Down's in my catalog a lot. Under Oath is always there. Counterparts have been listening to a lot of them. They're they're a hardcore band from Hamilton, here in Ontario. That's just like a few off my list right now for like current favorite bands.
I think we're going for like current in the sense of like who's kind of like releasing music now and stuff like that. I would say the Fever 333. They just came out with the record.
I listened
Bring Me the Horizon just came out with the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really think.
I got to
of
agree
any
with those.
on the top of my head right now.
I'm big still like into like sad boy emo type shit, and I think I always be.
Yeah.
It's just like a me type thing. I guess, right?
It's
I
a
don't.
me
Can I
type
say?
thing.
He's just a really sad guy.
No, I just really like that. I don't know. I went back.
I'm the same way. I'm a very sad guy
Caught
too.
Mulligan, Little Lotus, who's like emo, like rap type thing.
Yeah.
I've listened to him a bunch lately. And then, fuck, who else? Not really too many.
MGK.
MGK.
Oh,
MGK.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, guys.
That like pop punk like album that he just did. I've been bumping that.
Yeah.
Like a
We
lot of
actually
people
did an
came
album
on
review
that.
on here before.
Yeah, we actually reviewed that album.
Yeah,
If
100%.
you guys want to check that out, go ahead.
Yeah,
Hundo.
for sure. I mean,
Good
that
album.
so many people are just like shitting on it, which I don't get. It's kind of getting the first time in a really long time that it's starting to get like a younger audience back into that genre of music. So I think it's dope as hell that he did something like that.
All right. Anyways, do you guys have a dream tour?
A dream tour.
Like, if you guys want to tour as a band?
Is there
Yeah,
like yeah
for
like
sure.
location,
Just consistently. That's my dream tour.
location or like with another artist type thing? Do you guys have like a dream band that you'd like want to tour with? You'd be like us and them.
Dream band would be the Fever.
So, like, a collab, or if you guys want to play out of state or
Like
anywhere
a
around the world.
destination, right? Well,
Could
I
be
would
anything.
honestly, I'm just saying, for artists, I'd love to tour with the Fever because I think we both have like a big message behind our music. It's not just about the music; it's about changing how society looks at things. So I would definitely say the Fever to go on tour with. Where
Okay.
I would love to go, man. Honestly, Europe would be so sweet.
Japan.
Australia would be
Japan would be
cool.
fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, I think Germany would just be sick. I don't know. I think Germany would be.
Yeah.
cool.
We're here, boys. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say Germany and like Australia. I think Australia would be really cool.
Going international.
Hell yeah, man.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Over.
Europe is where the stuff's at, right?
I would do.
Exactly.
I do a
Europe
U.S.
loves
tour
this
with
type of stuff.
Silverstein. I do a Europe tour with Under Oath. Me personally, like in my brain.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bring Me the Horizon in Europe too. Holy fuck, like the UK, that'd be sick.
We're shooting for the stars here.
That's a dream though.
different
It's
from the
dream.
guys, I would just do like a full like a just all across the US like stadium tour. I think it'd be sick to tour with like, I don't know, whatever, Corn or some shit. I'm just kidding. Like, I don't know, like a larger stadium touring band would be sweet to just be like one of like the like 2 or 3 openers for a band like that, and just to get taken on the road. That'd be a really like cool dream come true,
Cool.
at least at this point in our lives.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Josh, go ahead.
Who would you want to open?
Oh, they already
for a
answered that,
tour?
dude.
Oh,
That's 5. Oh.
All good.
yeah.
All right. Go ahead, Josh.
Tons of
Number one.
bands, honestly.
Yeah, technically, like it wasn't in the question you just asked, but like I guess
It's
we
all
did
good.
kind of answer
Yeah.
that question. Yeah.
Yeah. Who would you want to open for a tour headline with? Pretty much. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. It's already answered pretty much.
Pretty much.
Alright. Then I'll go with. How long have you all known each other?
Yeah, you guys.
Smitten, Cam and Ev and Hack have known each other for, I don't know.
Dude, honestly,
18,
since
19
we
years.
can remember, we all actually went to same elementary school together.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
all of us. Yeah,
So Cam,
Damn.
and James, yeah, I've known them since literally like
4 years old.
kindergarten, senior kindergarten, and then Rye came to the school in grade 5, and yeah,
Or 4.
that's 5 or 4, something like that, and that's we all been pretty tight friends since then.
Yeah.
Collectively, probably around 13 years we've been friends. So we all went to the same high school as well, like elementary school, high school, and then
Just kind of brought our talents together after high school when we were like all in post-secondary.
We all like played at our elementary school talent show called Keyjourn Idol, and Rye played guitar and sang. I played guitar and sang. I'm not sure. Did Hack play in Keyjourn Idol?
He played with me, yeah.
Yeah, so Hack played guitar growing up as well, and into high school, Riley took that into the high school talent show. I developed major stage fright from our elementary school talent show, but I've obviously gotten over that pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
And then Cam actually started playing bass
three
or 4
years
years ago.
Yeah.
We had a fill-in bassist at the time, and Cam's always been like a really good friend of ours, and he was determined to become a band member. So we said, if you can learn bass, then you can be in the band. So he learned it, and now he's in the band.
Is.
So
Ripping.
yeah, we've known each other for a long time. We're like brothers.
Wow. That's awesome, guys.
Yeah, great stuff.
Good stuff. All right, Kyle, you're up next.
When did you form this whole band?
2016.
Yeah, I guess like I think when we first decided we're going to start a band, it was 2016,
June 25th.
and that was just me, James, and Riley. We didn't have a bassist at that time. We took songs that I wrote back when I was like 16 and 17, and started playing those songs. I wrote them on an acoustic, so we transitioned that into electric music, and we started doing that. But since Cam was in the band, it's been 3 years. We used to go by Poor Judgment. Now in December of last year, we totally turned it up on its head. We flipped stuff around, we rebranded. We're now called Judgement, as you guys know us by, and we just totally changed our whole outlook, our whole message, like everything, and really started getting like serious. It was almost like Poor Judgment was almost like a trial run to see like how it was like being in a band, and once we got a grasp of how much time it's going to take and how serious it is, we changed our game plan, and now we're Judgment.
Nice,
guys.
Nice. Josh, you're up next.
All right. What inspired you to make music together?
I think just like seeing musicians perform at a young age. I've always been surrounded by music personally, like classic rock and basically everything that was considered mainstream maybe 20 years ago. And then, I don't know, and then like so on, like 80s, 90s and things like that. Anyway, basically just seeing like bands and artists that I admire perform. It ultimately made me want to play an instrument and then perform and basically just like replicate what they're doing. We all have like an aspiration or like something that we see somebody doing that we would love to do, and that's kind of what sparked the fire under my ass to play music and eventually get in a band with my best friends.
That's great.
I've always wanted to be a musician from the time I was in kindergarten. I remember my teacher telling me I had to choose a real career when she asked me in kindergarten what I wanted to be when I was older, and I refused to pick a different career. So that's what I ended up doing my project on. I grew up surrounded by music. I have a family of musicians and stuff, people that can play multiple instruments and sing as well. So I've always been surrounded by it, and I just remember always wanting to be in a band and staring at myself in the mirror, screaming and singing to songs and stuff like that. And so yeah, how we got together though is pretty much, we all knew we had talents, and we just brought it all together because we wanted to make it happen.
We all want the same thing, yeah.
I'd say for
Cool,
me,
guys.
personally, like,
Nice.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was mostly inspired pretty much by these guys, to be honest. Like, my household wasn't super musical. My mom can sing a bit. My dad's tone deaf as hell. Love you, Dad, but he doesn't have talent. But when we were in high school, we used to come here almost every weekend in like Rye's house. We're in his room right now, and we'd like air guitar and air drum to whatever Billy Talent albums and stuff like
Sorry,
every
true.
single weekend. And then eventually that kind of just led. I was like, I see these guys doing it and becoming a band when they first started, and I was like, I want to be there because like we had that like kind of connection and that feel from just like hanging out together so much.
Being friends for so long.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, guys. Great stuff.
Anyways, where have you guys performed at when you guys first started playing music?
Oh man, when our first shows were at this place called the Man Antler in Bowmanville. It's not even really a music venue, it's a brewery. They have just like a little stage set up, like it's on the floor. It's not like a stage or anything like that. That's where we played our first couple of shows. Then that escalated to the Mustache Club, which is in Oshawa.
Just various venues around like our area, and then trying to expand into like major cities such as like Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, places with like the biggest populations and stuff.
It's hard to name like every venue, but if we're talking about like cities and stuff, I mean, we've played like Oshawa, Ajax, Toronto, Bowmanville, and then Ottawa, Montreal, Kingston.
Basically all of
Barrie.
Southern Ontario.
And then we actually went on an out east tour last
Summer, yep.
summer. So we did PEI, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick,
Halifax.
and Halifax is in New Brunswick, isn't it?
Nova Scotia.
Or Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Honestly,
So
I
yeah,
was
we
tripped out there,
we
too.
went like that way and hit. I think we did play Ottawa too in that.
Yes.
So we pretty much drove all the way out to PEI. We didn't hit
Quebec.
Newfoundland, but every other place we hit along the way. So that was really cool experience, really cool people down there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely would love to go again though. Too.
All right. Kyle, you're up next.
All right, I'll probably do like a different spin on this one. Anyways, every band has a different process of writing songs. What is your process of writing songs?
Okay, well, I think usually it starts with James coming up with a guitar part, and he'll show us, it'll spark something in me to write a rhythm guitar part to it. And then, I'll have, like, I have an idea of, like, what drums and bass should sound like, so I kind of have this idea, and then I take it to Ryan, Cam, and tell them, what my idea is. And then I guess it just starts from that. Then we all start writing our own parts, and then taking the song to a new level every single time we play it. Trying to, we're literally doing pre-production while we're writing. It's we take time to write our songs, which some people think that's a bad thing.
I think it shows though.
But I do think it does show, and I think that it's beneficial to us. I think we take the song as far as we can to the point where we're like, we can't take this anymore. Like, we can't make it any better than what it is on our own. And then that's when we would take it to the studio and go from there. And then the producer would help us take it even further. So that's pretty much it. If you're talking about lyrics, I mean, it usually starts with some sort of topic. It could be something that's going on in the world or something that I just think that I should write a song about. And then I usually start with the chorus. It's, the first thing that usually comes to your head when you're writing a song, because automatically you try to think of something very catchy and uh, a solid melody and stuff like that. And then, we start working on melodies throughout the song. And then once the song is done to a certain extent where we can all play our parts and say, okay, it's time for lyrics now. I will take the melodies that I have and then I'll just put lyrics on top of the melodies that I have. So lyrics come last. So yeah, it's how we write.
Okay.
So
Excellent work, guys.
That is how we write.
yeah, that's
Cool
pretty much
style.
that's pretty much the opposite of what I do, because I start with the lyrics first, and then I do the patterns and everything.
For sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own way of writing and stuff like that. We have written differently in the past, but I just feel like this is the most effective way to get songs done, and quality songs in our eyes, I guess.
They're more,
Okay.
more malleable.
For sure, yeah.
All right. Anyways, if you have a few spots on your set list to do cover songs, what songs would you guys choose?
We do. There's one song that we covered for a while. Actually, it was a song by Under Oath called "Reinventing Your Exit." It's a relatively popular song by them. We covered that a ton. So that was one. We also covered like "Taking Back Sunday" before. In recent years, a decade under the influence. We're recently working on a few more covers, but I don't know what else have we covered. We covered like
We
Citizen.
We covered the Fall Out Boy, like
Fall Out
Sugar
Boy.
with Going Down Swinging.
Oh,
Like
nice.
every other band does, but
Yeah, that was fun.
that's when we were playing pop punk music years back.
That was like our first couple shows. We kind of did that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was a good one because everybody knew it and stuff like that.
Gets everybody
we
going.
tried doing
Nice.
covers of a band called Citizen, their song Drown, but it's a great song. People didn't really know it, and then after we kind of played that, we were like, okay, we should start picking songs that people actually know. That's kind of the point of a cover.
Mhm.
Get everybody involved.
So we've actually been playing "A Boy Brushed Red" by Under Oath, which is like pretty well their biggest song. So we're gonna start playing that, and then we're gonna work on a couple covers too. With this pandemic and stuff going on,
A lot of
I
time.
think it's just a good opportunity to show people that we can play other songs, and other songs in and out of our genre, turning it into our genre, and just showing people versatility really, and keeping people interested.
Okay. All right. Josh.
How has music evolved since you first started playing music together?
Oh,
It's me.
Yeah,
I actually like that question.
I feel like, well, I wasn't there for the very, very beginning,
true.
but I knew it started like in the garage. Like, if you want to talk
It's
about that.
it's evolved in like ways that honestly we couldn't ever have imagined from the beginning. And even looking back, it's just really cool to see the evolution of everything. Because we're always so busy looking forward and for
Okay.
like what's next and for what we've been sitting on. I think the evolution's been great. To answer the question, we started as a band in Ev's garage, and we've bounced around to a few different rehearsal spaces. We've had amazing opportunities just to like work with different producers to like evolve our sound and like basically evolve our music and overall like our heads as musicians, which in the end better our writing process and better our music over time. um, and I think that like the people that we've surrounded ourselves with and the attention that we've put into our band and ourselves as musicians has helped our music evolve over time. Like we were initially making like pop punk style music, I guess we've always described it as. And although we were making that, we've always been a fans of like heavier music, considering the fact that we are like a post-hardcore band and shit. We It's just something that we always wanted to start doing. Ev started screaming, and we all just realized that he was a phenomenal screamer, and we kind of just jumped on the track of making heavier music. And I don't know, we've just all gotten better over the years, I guess, and the longer that we've stuck at this, the better our music evolution and result has become. What do you guys have to say about
Yeah,
the
man,
evolution of our
Yeah.
music?
I can agree with all that. From a songwriting standpoint, I mean, our first record, like I said, I wrote when I was 16 or 17. Now, the songs that we've come out with, I wrote in current time. So, um, you can kind of see and hear the maturity in the lyrics and the message behind it and all that stuff. The It's been received very well by people. The producer of our record, Sam Goyana, actually saw us live and said, he thought that we were very, very good, and he thought that he could take our music to the next level. So he asked us to produce our next record. He's went on to produce Silverstein, Intervals, some pretty big names. This music's also got us noticed by Julius Buddy, which is the producer of Alexis on Fire, one of our favorite bands ever. We are friends with this guy now. We went to his house, we met his wife and his children. We
Crazy.
chilled with them. And had dinner and got drunk with them. It's really surreal what this music actually has done for us.
Yeah.
So I think
In
that
such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think that it's going in a great direction. And you always, after you release a song or a record, you always think, man, how am I going to come up with something better than what I have? And I just, I surprised myself looking at the music that, a new song that we've created and being like, wow, okay.
I already like this more.
Yeah.
I want to release it already.
Yeah. And we think that with this current music as well, like looking back on our old stuff, this new single is called Define Alive, and it's a very, very good song in my opinion. It's very well rounded. It's got some screaming, some singing. It's not too harsh on the ears. I feel like a lot of different people can listen to it with different music tastes, and I think the message behind the song about what is being alive to you. What's your definition of being alive? And is it working that 9 to 5 job, or is it doing everything you want in life? Because in my opinion, regardless of what you believe happens after we die, if we only do have one shot, then why aren't we doing whatever the fuck we want to do? And that's what that song's about. So
Okay. All right. Well, what is your ultimate direction for this band as a whole?
Direction for this band as a whole, like as an entirety, is to continue to push things to the furthest that we absolutely possibly can on all facets as well, whether that be songwriting, growing a fan base, becoming better musician, closer friends, writing abilities, and everything down to its core, whether that's digital or physical, like pushing everything to its extremes. And as far as we can take each other and push each other, I think that's as far as we'll ever get to, in a sense. So I think that
I
whatever
agree.
that looks like, we don't know, but we're gonna not stop until we see that result, if that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
think did you want to say
No,
something?
no, I
I
agree.
think a
Yeah.
huge thing too
Enjoy.
is changing people's outlooks in society. I think that's a huge part of this band is not forcing people to see things, but encouraging people to look at things from a different perspective.
Hondo.
And I think that in this music, we do that already, and I look forward to continuously doing that. Like I said, this isn't just music for us. This is, we want to improve people. I've been
Yeah.
helped out from music all my life. There's songs that, I could say saved my life in moments where I was, at the rock bottom, and I just feel like we want to be that for other people, and that's what we're going to strive for every day.
Yeah, we can.
All right. Kyle.
All right, here's a good one for you. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to start a band or become a musician in general?
Do it. Just start too. The hardest part is starting. So if anyone wants to be a musicianship, whether if they're like a musician, if they're scared or they don't want to voice what they're doing, or they're not willing to take those steps, or feel like they don't have the right people, it's just like put whatever you have like down, everything like on the side, and just do it. Like be the artist and creator of whatever you'd like, because ultimately if you're pursuing passion, like eventually you'll be happy with that, because even if you don't get the outcome of whatever it is, or it doesn't work out, at least like knowing you tried, that's like the most important part, because it's like you didn't give up on yourself, so I feel like the
Yeah.
hardest is like make sure that wants to just do it, because you don't know what's going to happen.
There's always a chance that you can fail at something that you don't want to do. So if you fail at something you do want to do, at least you did it.
Yeah. And like if you asked us 3 years ago if we even thought we'd be like hanging out with these producers or making these records sound as big as they do, or where we'd be right now, we would have not had these answers. It's just about getting together and keep doing as much as we could every day.
And like realistically, we're nowhere where we
Yeah.
want to be.
Yeah.
It's just nice to like look back at our journey and be super appreciative of everything that we've accomplished in such a short amount of time, and also being like the independent band that we are.
Also, to answer your question, I think that you need to find a side job that you enjoy doing. It might not be
Okay.
your forever job, but I think that, I know that you need money in order to have a band. You can't make money just playing shows. Most shows that you're gonna play, you're gonna walk away with nothing. You're gonna lose money. So I advise anybody who is going to start a band or is in a band to find a job that you actually like to do to make that money, so you can put it towards your band.
And then hopefully one day that takes over as your main source of income. But definitely have that both too. Even watching a few different interviews and whatnot from other artists, especially in like the hardcore scene. I know Franz from Attila just did an interview, and he even said he on the road as a larger band with like touring, record sales, and they have that. They're under labels and have financial income. He always says have like a second stream of income, whether if it's like you're a photographer, videographer, if you help market for other bands, anything like that, especially in this industry, because not being pop stars, there is income, but it's definitely good to have that safe, reliable source.
You definitely have to build your own brand as well as your band. Expand your horizons, learn different things, try different things. I just bought like a bunch of stuff to start producing. So that's going to be like my other stream of income. I want to be surrounded by music. I'm a contractor. I do a lot of housework, renovations. I've been a lineman for a company. Those are all great jobs. They pay well, but ultimately I just want to play music. So I'm just going to surround myself with music, learn all these different tasks, even though, I might not have any, prior skill. I'm going to learn the skills and I'm going to do it. That's it.
That's what it takes to
Okay.
be a band, or to like be in a band, or to like start a band, is like literally just like it's easier said than done, but like Evan Cambo said, it's basically like getting out of your head and making the step to either learn that instrument, call up on friends, search for people. Social media is a huge avenue. Just like basically do what you can to start.
Also, caring what people think.
That's huge too.
Fuck other people.
Exactly.
Everybody,
Exactly.
everybody's
Thank
gonna
you.
have an opinion on what you should do, but ultimately, like I said, it's your life. Do the shit you want to do. Don't let anybody fucking stop you, especially some random person commenting on your fucking Instagram saying how shitty your music is. Fuck that person. It's not for them.
Yeah.
They might not be at your
They can go
funeral.
fuck themselves, you know? Like, you're only making
Yeah.
music for the people who like it,
can
not
fuck
for the people who
themselves.
don't, right? So, yeah, don't care what people think. That's a huge thing as well.
Awesome. All right. Anyways, what is the best advice someone gave each of you, like start a band and stuff?
I got one right away.
Go for it.
Blair
Go for
told
it.
me. Our buddy Blair, he's kind of like we call him our manager affiliate. He's pretty involved in our band in regards to like contacting people for us and making sure the right things are said. But he said, if you got your foot in the door, cram your whole fucking body in. So pretty much what that means is, you know, if somebody gives you this much, try to get them to give you a little bit more and a little bit more. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you know, build a relationship with that person. Don't just, you know, get your foot in the door, say hi, and then leave, and the door shuts. Always keep checking in and making your way through that door. So that's definitely a huge one for me. You guys
All
got
right.
one?
Me?
I would just think, like, I always say like a cliche kind of
I
piece of
just
advice that, like, you know what I mean? I think. Do I have anything to say for this?
I don't know.
If you don't, it's
I'm
good.
trying to
But
think. I'm just
Honestly,
like,
best
do I
piece
have
of
anything?
advice
Yeah.
somebody ever gave me is yeah, probably like basically retrain your mind to not uh care too much about what others think in your life, whether it be like friends, family, or anything, because it will stop you from making actions in your life, and it's stopped me from making actions in my life, and it's something that we all struggle with. So basically, I would just say pursue whatever you want. That's the best advice, and don't be insecure if you can. That's
I
about
think
it.
getting comfortable with fear is also another one.
I think it's
Yeah,
huge for everyone, no
I'm
matter what you're doing. Yeah.
pretty sure my mom told me that one.
or like
Uh,
change rather.
I
Fear is
honestly,
just your
it's fear.
thoughts, though.
Honestly, it's fear, but
Fear is
that's what
just
it
your
is. You have
thoughts.
to overcome fear because fear holds you back from so much, like so many things. You know,
Which is just your thoughts,
Mhm.
I mean,
literally.
yeah, but like fear is fear is like a different thing than your thoughts. I think.
It's literally thoughts that you put in your head.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I totally feel
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Overcome fear.
Josh.
Any new songs coming out soon?
Yeah, man. We do have.
Yeah, we actually do. It's just
yeah.
funny you ask.
Yeah, man. We
This
got a new song.
soon,
Yeah,
real soon.
really soon.
End of
This
the
month.
Yeah.
And it's called Define Alive. Like I said earlier, what does it mean for you to be alive? And
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
we had a lot of fun creating this. We also do have a music video for it, but it won't be coming out when the song releases. It'll be coming out shortly after. But the video is incredible. Our buddy Rob Spadafora, Spad Productions, produced it. We got some of our friends to act in it, and they did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Shout out to Patty and Brayden, like they killed it. And yeah, man, when everything comes together and the music video comes out and all that stuff, like I think a lot of people are gonna have some really good stuff to say. We also do have merch coming out as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ooh.
the
Merchandise.
best, honestly, the best quality merch we've ever made.
I saw that.
It's it's screen pressed as well, so the ink is not gonna be coming off like the vinyl prints, right? Where you put them in the wash, and after like 50 washes, it's totally off your shirt. Like
Good for 50
yeah,
washes.
these things are not coming off. They're great quality. They're pre-shrunk. It's M&O. If you guys know M&O, they're a great
Shout out to
clothing
M&O.
company. And we're super stoked. The designs are really cool. And we're really excited to get this out and then put out even more merch. So if anybody is interested in that, that's watching, go follow our account. We only have a limited amount of supply. So
Instagram
you got to be the first ones on it. Instagram, Twitter.
at Judgement CA.
Yeah, we don't have a Facebook right now. We're gonna
Yeah.
get back.
It's all
on
good,
that,
though.
but-
Yo, when our shit comes out, go stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you find your music. You can find us because that track will be coming out in hopefully a few weeks.
Yeah, if
Sounds
you guys
good.
want to find out the specific date, like I said, go follow our accounts at Judgement CA, and be the first ones to check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
All right. So now this is gonna be our final question. Kyle, how about you ask that?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'll just say like one thing about the merch. Like, 50 washes isn't too bad as long as it still holds up. Because the shirt I'm wearing here has only been washed like 5 times, and like half the crap's coming off of it already.
That's the
Yeah.
worst.
That is the
And
worst.
I've only washed it maybe like 5 times already, and it's already
Yeah.
shrunk. Like half the stuff's already coming off. So 50 washes isn't too bad.
That's
Yeah,
true. It might
yeah.
be worth your money.
I mean, 50 was a long ball.
It is a lot of washes, though. You
But
wash your
We
shirt
got a whole
50
2 years out of that.
Like I said, like the stuff
50
just
years.
won't. The stuff won't come off.
Yeah.
once
I
a
mean,
month.
50 washes.
I
is
wash
not
it
that
once a
bad.
year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We're ready.
So go ahead.
We're ready.
All right,
Anywho,
go ahead, Kyle.
Anywho, what are some of your hobbies outside of the band?
Not very much.
Yeah.
I work all the time. Like this, I actually work at Starbucks part time. I also like run a little landscaping business on the side, like cutting and trimming lawns and things like that. I guess that's not really a hobby because it requires work, but hobbies require work too. Other than that, like we jam a few times a week. We're always kind of working on music stuff. I practice a little bit here at home. I don't know.
Yeah.
Other hobbies.
Yeah, hobbies are just real tight to music for the most part. Like
Going to the gym.
yeah,
Working out.
I was gonna say gym
Cooking
and
is
stuff.
fun.
Gym. I don't even know
Okay.
anymore, but yeah, for me it's gym. I
Dude,
do like a little bit of
baking.
like yoga and stuff in my spare time, just like as something to do. But then I also recently picked up a camera, and I started using that kind of as a hobby. But that's also kind of translate into band because we're using it to shoot like merch photos and
Yeah.
then shooting this video that we're dropping tomorrow for November. So that hobby is mostly for us, but then it's something that I'm also just like
It's
interested
outside
in,
of
you know?
music.
And you
like,
enjoy it,
It's
though.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I do really enjoy it. So that's something that I just decided to pick up very recently. Kind of with COVID, it's like, oh, I can't go out to bars and stuff because that's usually what I do is socialize. And like,
I'm an alcoholic
sometimes
part
you
time.
know, yeah, literally, I don't know how else to put that, but I go out quite a bit. But yeah, it turned into another hobby for me, so which is
Yeah.
really cool. And then it's kind of helping
Nice.
us progress in a way as well.
We honestly just put a lot of time into this.
Yeah.
We try to
And we
use
hang
all
out.
of our spare time back into the band, but
We hang out.
I think I actually,
We play Chell, video games.
yeah, video games.
2K.
Video
Yeah,
games.
Hey,
Yeah.
honestly, man, like
I'm sweating.
I found a new love in video editing, to be honest. Just through editing our videos, I really enjoy that. Producing as well.
What?
Like
Yeah?
I said, got my setup going. It's so fun. I love producing, and hopefully I can get to a good point in that in my life one day. And yeah, I got a camera too. I like taking pictures. It's cool.
Picture fun.
Yeah, they took
But
some
yeah,
good
man,
pics.
I play, basketball with my brother sometimes and stuff. But other than that, it's pretty much it.
We're just normal dudes.
Yeah,
Just vibe.
vibes all the
All
time,
right.
man.
Big vibes.
Cool. Do you guys like wrestling by any chance?
Evenge.
I love
Yeah.
wrestling, man.
Wrestling.
You just had to ask that, didn't you, Jason?
Yeah, you just had to.
It was.
Yeah, it was since we're members of a wrestling podcast anyway.
Was that Goldberg, Cena in the back there?
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
I
Austin.
can't tell anybody else. I can't really see their faces.
Oh,
but
nice.
Yeah.
I'm into it, man. Love it.
Yeah, he used
Cool.
to have alarms on his phone for every single time
SmackDown.
SmackDown and Raw was on. No?
Yeah,
Or
That's
did
kinda
you
funny.
down?
I used
Same
to
here.
go-
I was the same way in high
I
school.
used to
Same
go to the
thing.
local library and steal all the posters out of the magazines.
Dude,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did the same thing, dude. Did
Yeah,
the same
I
thing.
had a
Same.
full
Because
wall
they
in
were
my
free.
room. I
Same
had a
here.
full wall in my room of just posters as a kid.
Those are all from
Yeah.
magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would always get
Yeah.
shit on from the librarian for that. Be like, oh, seriously,
Oh,
why are you
man.
like,
It
why
was
are you
like
like borrowing books based on this fake ass shit or whatever? I was like, come
I felt
on.
like I was in like
It's like,
a
come
high
on.
school
In the
legit.
bag.
Like because you just go in the back and like open it up and you're like, oh shit, somebody already took this one. So then you go
Yeah.
grab another one and take
Just
a look.
take the magazine. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, but I don't want the magazine. I didn't want to pay to rent the book. I just wanted like I would read the book while I was there, whatever. But I just wanted the posters, man. I wanted my
Yeah.
wall full of posters, and I got there.
What I would do
Yeah.
is I would go to like my local library, like when they had them out, because they don't make them anymore, which sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I would always like rent a bunch of them out and then like rip the posters out and return them.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. Well, at least she didn't do what my mom did, Josh. And that was she saw this awesome cover, like, this would be awesome, for maybe like a birthday cake or whatever. So she goes to the store, rips the freaking cover of the magazine off, and hands it to the bakery or whatever, and they put the cover of the magazine on my birthday cake.
Yo.
I swear to God, I got a picture of it
That's
somewhere.
perfect. Yo, you must have had a good ass birthday. I'd be stoked.
I did. Well, it was my favorite wrestler,
Oh.
The Rock, and it was like a
Yeah.
freaking badass cover. It had him surrounded by flames and everything. So she ripped the freaking cover off and gave it to the bakery, and they turned it into a cake.
That's amazing, man.
I was like, damn, that's fire.
An
Yeah.
edible birthday cake.
Nice.
And it had The Rock on it, so it's even
Exactly. Yeah, that was even there. My
I had
favorite.
John
That's
Cena on
hype,
mine
though.
one time.
Nothing better than
Jeff?
Dwayne Johnson on your cake.
If you're so mad, what the Rock?
Don't you
is-
start, Jason. Don't you start.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you guys have any more questions to ask these guys?
Hmm.
Uh,
Do you?
No, I
What
don't.
about you, Josh?
That's
Um,
okay.
That's it.
I'm
Anyways,
good, yeah.
let's just end it off. Say our outros. And
Yeah.
shit.
For sure.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
guys so much for having us, but do your thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I usually go first, but anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the MoshCast, where we had Judgement on our show. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You can subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. Follow everyone here, including the ones who are not on this episode, which will be linked down below. And you can also catch myself, Josh, and Kyle, including everyone else that's on the show on the Tucker Chin Podcast and the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, which you guys can check it out.
Which new episode tomorrow night?
I'm
Yes.
definitely gonna be checking it out, boys. Cool.
All right. Anyways, that's my outro. Josh, how do you say yours?
Alrighty, guys. It was a pleasure to be here on the MoshCast once again. We interviewed Judgement right here. It was a great interview. You guys can follow everybody on their socials. You can follow these guys as well. Check them out on all the platforms where you get your music.
That's
And-
do that.
And pretty much, guys, just hit the subscribe button. Be sure to check out their video when it comes on their YouTube. And keep on moshing, everybody.
All right, Kyle, you go ahead.
As always,
You did
freaking
it.
awesome, awesome episode. As always, it was great being here. Special thanks to Judgment for joining us here on this freaking awesome episode. You guys are welcome back pretty much anytime. Be sure to follow everybody
Thank
on
you,
all of our
guys.
social medias. Links to everything's down below, so check that out. And also, if you haven't checked out this band before, what are you waiting for? Check them out. These guys kick ass.
Thank you so much, guys.
And also,
Yeah.
stay tuned for more
Yes.
interviews. I actually have our next interview possibly in the works, so stay tuned for that.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Anyways, guys, go
You
ahead.
guys-
Promote anything and say your outro.
Hell yeah. I mean, thanks for having us, guys.
was a
We're
pleasure.
Judgment from Oshawa. We had a blast doing this with you guys. We got a single coming out at the end of this month called Define Alive. Check that out. New merch on the way. Stellar shit. You guys, I can't say this enough. You guys got to go follow us at Judgment CA on our platforms. Secure that merch because we don't have a lot. And it's going to go quick. So if you guys want anything to do with that, you got to get on it And yeah, stream our stuff on Spotify.
Peep our stuff. Tomorrow we're dropping an acoustic rendition that we did.
Our second single, November.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then our podcast.
Yeah.
Plug
Yeah,
podcast.
so we have our You the Artist podcast. We put out episodes on Wednesdays, usually weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, depending on what's going on with us. Our last episode was with Hot Knives, a hardcore band from Hamilton, Ontario. They're big on the come up too. And yeah, we have that going on. So
yeah,
give it a check.
The whole podcast is surrounding music. You know, what it's like being a musician, being on the road. We've also interviewed photographers for bands. So we just like getting other people's experiences, sharing funny stories, and all that music stuff. Thanks again, guys. It's been awesome.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Keep on moshing.
Thank you so much.
We'll talk to you soon.